Hello and welcome to another episode of OMGame Boy, pint-sized and bite-sized podcasting just for you. Even a podcast that you maybe wouldn't bring to a fighting tournament, would you?
I would, but that's because I like to conceal weapons when I go to a fighting tournament.
That makes total sense. You
Yeah.
look like a guy that would do that.
I bring a knife to a knife fight.
Our fans actually fight in tournaments for us.
Is that true?
Yeah, they say like, "Hey, you need to fight in honor of your podcast," and I'm like, "No, you do it."
And then it works.
No, they're dead. Anyway, welcome to another episode of OMGame Boy, small podcast, mini episode. We're here to talk about Nick. This is a Mortal Kombat episode, right?
This is my brain. Yeah, Mortal Kombat. Of course.
So you're probably going to think we're going to talk about the new game.
Yeah, we're talking about the new game, Mortal Kombat 11.
No, that's not even the new
Mortal Kombat.
game, so you don't know.
Mortal Kombat 10? Is that what we're talking
No,
about?
you
Even
do.
before
So
that.
maybe we'll talk about the Mortal Kombat movies. Is that what we're
Okay.
talking about?
Mortal Kombat 4? 3?
No,
2?
no,
1.
not even Mortal Kombat 1.
The movie, Mortal Kombat
No.
1995?
No.
Is there anything else Mortal Kombat?
We're going to talk
cartoon?
about a thing more obscure than another obscure thing. So we're going to talk about in 1995, to promote the movie coming out, they released an animated 45-minute movie that I think is supposed to be a prequel, but it's basically just a retelling of the movie.
Yeah.
Like, and everywhere it's like, oh, it's a prequel leading up to the movie. And I'm like, it's literally just an animated version of the movie. But in this movie,
where the three characters meet before they meet for the first time in the movie.
Exactly. It doesn't make any sense.
That's fair.
But it's badly drawn and there's 3D backgrounds. But the kicker is in between, like every 10 minutes, they show the origins of some of the fighters. And this is what we're going to talk about, because in it is 1995 CGI, probably the first CGI fights you've ever seen.
I read somewhere the first mocap, motion capture.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I don't think that's true, though.
I mean, fun fact, did you know that there was a hidden character named Mokap in Mortal Kombat?
I didn't know this. Does he say toasty? No, does he say
I don't know what
captured?
he says. Probably.
That's what he would say.
So we're going to talk about these. There's 4 fights that are CGI fights that are probably biggest pieces of trash I've ever seen. They're actually better effects than the reptile in the Mortal Kombat movie.
Okay, well, that's unfair to Reptile, whose face turns into a lizard face. I mean, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Really
the whole time he's fighting in that movie, his face is still a lizard face.
Yeah.
So we watched, you can find them on YouTube because eventually I think they got officially released, like this whole thing. But we found the 4 fights. We just wanted to watch the 4 fights because we don't watch popular things. So we just wanted to watch the unpopular.
We just wanted to watch this.
Yeah.
From 1995.
So we watched the 4 fights. So I don't know if this is in order, but the 4 fights, the first fight I came across was Goro and Kung Lao.
That's a good fight. And that one has a lot of backstory and back and forth.
So there's a narrator that's talking during it.
It's way over narrated, but that's fine. I'm not going to get into that.
So he's fighting. So it's Goro fighting Kung Lao. Kung Lao, if anyone's listening, if my mom, if you're listening, it's the guy with the hat. Hey, mom, dude. It's the guy with the hat.
Dan's hat guy.
That you probably didn't let me play as because you were like, he's too violent. Well, guess what? I'm talking about him.
And he has a big hat.
He has a big hat. Mom, you can't tell me what to do anymore.
I'm an adult. Say it.
I'm an adult. Hey, gabagool, I'm an adult. If I want to fight in a Mortal Kombat competition, you can't tell me to go to my room.
Do we still have to talk real slow for your mom? It's the guy with the big hat.
Yeah, mom, big hat.
Everything's
Goro,
okay.
big dick. You know what's funny? This is like the 5th Mortal Kombat episode we've done. The only joke I remember from the other ones is we said, Goro, what if Goro had Danny DeVito's head?
Okay.
Also 4 dicks.
Okay. So
I don't remember like the full joke. I just remember like that was it.
Instead of forearms or with forearms or the arms?
No, like an arm per dick. So he can jerk off like
I guess
everything. I guess that would mean, with that logic, humans, like human guys, should have 2 dicks.
Yeah, that's why I was asking.
It's something to think about,
It is something to think about. It's something I think about often.
So in this bad CGI, it's first mocap, apparently, probably.
Maybe. I actually
who knows? We didn't do research, so that's not how we do things. So it's Kung Lao fighting Goro, and a narrator is basically talking about how Kung Lao was the first fighter.
Yeah, he was the first fighter. Apparently, he's older than time, and he's like the best fighter that the Earth realm has to offer, and he's fighting against this subhuman or superhuman Goro, and like they're evenly matched for like weeks. It seems
But
like this
they're
fight is going on
fighting
for
really
weeks.
slow. And my favorite part is the narrator is he literally says Goro is an engine of destruction. Nothing's going to get in his way. But while the narrator is saying this, Goro is throwing the slowest punches I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it's not the fastest, fleetest of foot.
And then it
animations.
shows a first person view.
Mhm.
So it's first person of Goro, and it shows Kung Lao kicking them in the face. And then it goes the opposite, where the first person is Kung Lao, and Goro is punching him in the face with like a big red eyes, and oh, it's fantastic.
Oh yeah, I forgot his eyes turn red because then Shang Tsung shows up his turn. Yeah.
Shang Tsung shows up and he says, "I want to eat his soul" or something.
He says flawless victory, which
It really wasn't.
It's not flawless at all.
There was a
They
lot
hit
of
each other
hits.
a lot.
I don't think Shang Tsung knows what a flaw is.
I don't think he knows what flawless is. Maybe he thinks it's flawed.
Oh, okay. So anyway, another part I love. Well, anyway, 10 out of 10 right away.
10 out of 10, that
10 out of
fight.
10.
Well, that fight ends with, I believe, he beats him and he's holding him in his arms and he says, finish him. He's already dead.
Yeah.
He's not moving. Kung Lao's dead. Game over. And Shang Tsung says, finish him. And he lays him on the ground very gently and then chops him.
He chops his chest.
Yeah. And then there's this weird noise and it's like, whoa, he really killed him. Like really killed him.
So that was the first fight. 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Also, Kung Lao, not an Asian guy. He's white and he has blonde hair.
Does he have blonde hair? That's
I know. I paused it at one point because I'm like, that's not right. That's not culturally right, you know? And if anything, we're probably the most cultural podcast you probably listen
to. Who's you? The audience member right now?
Yeah, them.
Yeah, that's 100% correct.
So that was the first fight. Fun fact, I looked it up. The guy that voices Shang Tsung, I guess in this whole series, he's the same voice as Winnie the Pooh.
Really?
Yeah. Because as soon as he said something at the end of the match, and I was like, why do I know that voice? And I looked it up and I was like, oh, that's really funny. Winnie the Pooh is Shang Tsung.
Yeah, he's Farouk in Aladdin and Razul.
Oh, look at that. Razul?
I don't know.
Okay.
Raziel.
Oh, Raziel? Is he the voice of Raziel?
No, he's not the voice.
All right, so time goes by, and I guess they go to another flashback. So the next flashback is Scorpion versus Sub-Zero. Did you catch this one?
This one's bad, yeah, and it's bad to me because they're wearing like leotards, and I just don't like it.
And they're fight. So according to this narrator, because again, this narrator just keeps telling us everything. Is this again? They've been fighting for weeks as well.
Yeah, the fight seems to go on forever because they're evenly matched.
Yeah.
And then after like a week of fighting and growing tired and punching each other and countering every move, Scorpion suddenly shoots out his arrow and says, "Get over here." And I'm like, whoa, he's been waiting a week to use that. They've been battling.
I was going to say, that means he hasn't used that in weeks.
In like 800 hours of fighting, like punching a guy for 800 hours and finally being like, I'm going to use my power.
So two things I really like about this is at one point, Sub-Zero lets Scorpion roll off his back.
He does,
as if they're doing it together.
A tandem,
which I thought was really fun. Yeah. And then another part I really like is Scorpion like kicks Sub-Zero and he trips over a giant rock.
Oh yeah, there's a big stone.
And the narrator's like, Scorpion used his might and magic to destroy him. I'm like, he fell over a rock. Like he didn't do anything.
Well, I think these were probably made before
rocks.
No, before before rocks. No, before like because they probably did the animations first and then afterwards narrated it. Or do you think he did the narration?
I don't know. Here's the thing. Do you think the mocap came first and then they didn't know what they were going to draw, or the narrator just started talking in a booth?
I don't know. That's a great question. We should look deeper into it.
Like they gave the narrator like some Jack Daniels, some drugs. They gave him some drugs and they said, just say whatever you want.
Wow. There was a mocap guy, Daryl Chan. Shout out him. He's known for Jade, Balls of Fury, Heroes, and Planet of the Apes.
Balls of Fury was the very last movie I saw at our local movie theater before they brought it down.
The AMC Orleans?
Yep. It's about
I said it. I doxed it. It's dead though.
Oh yeah, we can dox things that are dead.
We can dox things that are dead.
So that fight, 10 out of 10.
Okay.
Yeah. So the next one, again, I said there were 4 fights.
You didn't say how it ends. Oh yeah,
after Sub-Zero he throws his thing, they start fighting again. The narrator is like, they use their big special ability. And again, like you pointed out, why didn't they use this before after fighting for weeks and months, possibly years? Who knows? But then Sub-Zero freezes him, But Sub-Zero
It's
does
like
this
the
like
long
weird
freeze. It's like the one where it takes a really long time to make a ball of ice.
and
Yeah, he's
because it's
doing
really
this for a
bad
long
CG, his
time.
hands are
Yeah,
like still and his
yeah,
arms are going through his chest because the
yeah,
CG is like circular
yeah, yeah,
and spiky at the same time. That was
yes,
so that was 90s CGI. 90s CGI was both circular and spiky at the same time.
yeah. Which is why now I'm still into those kind of boobs.
Oh yeah. You're
Yeah,
dating a girl that has no head and
uh-huh.
spiky boobs.
Yeah, that's according to a picture you sent me of
And I
her.
think you're really brave for doing that.
I am brave. She's brave.
And she's brave for it existing?
Yeah.
Okay. So 10 out of 10. Because that's
10
how
out
it
of 10.
ends. Sub-Zero frees a scorpion while he's running really slow.
And he
And
punches him.
he goes to punch him and then it just cuts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 10 out of 10. 10 freeze balls out of 10. Is that even is that what it's called? Freeze balls?
I would not give it that rating, but I'm going to allow you to run with it. That's fine.
Okay. The next fight is Goro versus his brother.
Yeah. What's the guy? What's his name?
So I had to rewind it because they were like Goro versus Dorok.
Yeah, Dorok. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Like Torok, but with a
so,
D, I think.
Yeah. So Goro is fighting his brother to impress their
Torok.
dad.
Go ahead. Go ahead. What was the first thing you noticed about them?
What was the first thing I noticed?
It was just the only difference between them is light skin and dark skin.
Oh, Dorok,
crazy.
his brother, is a dark-skinned Goro, and that was pretty much it.
And I was just like, what? Did they just change the shade of him?
Yeah.
That's it?
Sorry,
Okay.
I don't see color. Somebody had
I
to
knew
tell
you
me
were
that
going to say it, so I had this ready to go. And I think we're going to rewind to a previous episode. Everyone go to episode 38. I forget. I wrote something down, and I was going to say, because I was listening, and you did mention someone's color, like they changed green or something. And I was like,
God.
Oh, got him. I got him dead to rights, and I forgot to write it down. So either way, somewhere you did notice someone's color.
All right.
Green.
Well, I don't even know if we're recording right now because I can't see color.
Can't see the red light blinking.
Yeah. So he's fighting his brother to impress his dad, and it's all about like presenting an egg to their dad.
But it's a diamond.
It's a diamond. Again, the narrator, I think the narrator might have just been drunk and he was just saying whatever.
It's an egg. Yeah. It could have
been. So I think what happens, Goro gets knocked off a cliff.
Yeah, and he's hanging by the edge. And he says, brother, help me. And then Dorak helps him up and gets the diamond, and everyone's fine. And for some reason, it happens again where everything shakes.
I think it was just the animation reused.
It could have been.
Because it was completely... Because then they were like, then Dorok falls and Goro goes to save him. I'm like, did you just swap the colors and recycle the animation?
I think they did. Yeah.
This is probably the most expensive CGI. It probably
broke the bank.
Yeah.
We're lucky Mortal Kombat still exists. This could have bankrupt Mortal Kombat.
This literally could have it's probably cost more than the movie.
Yeah. And they're still paying for it.
Yeah.
And through loans and things.
So anyway, he kicks his brother off the edge.
His brother's off the edge. And
he grabs the egg and he presents it to his dad. And his dad just looks like he wasn't even paying attention in the first place.
Yeah, he wasn't. He was barely there. And in fact, his dad has the reaction.
Isn't that you during every episode?
Can you imagine if I was just like, yeah, sure. Yeah.
And I'm like, what do you think of the new Mario, dude?
What did you think? Here's an egg and it's like a real diamond. And I'm like, great.
Great, dude. I don't know.
You're
I don't even know anymore.
But his dad just says like, wow, now you're ready to be my predecessor. You're ruthless.
Yeah. So that's not really the origin of Goro, is it?
I guess it's kind of
because the origin of Goro, I feel like, is how he got the 4 arms. Oh wait, no, the 4 arms are part of him.
Yeah, I mean that's his father, his brother. Everyone had 4 arms. It was just like a family.
What if his is like surgery? What if they like he was born with 4 dicks but not 4 arms?
Was he related to Kintaro and Mintaro? Isn't there like some kind of family tree going on there? That's what I want to know.
Are they brothers? Have they kissed? Or reverse? Have they kissed and then are they brothers? Is that how it works?
Hold on. They kissed and then became related?
I think that's how it works. in Mortal Kombat world, not in real life.
All right, and not in real life, of course. That's disgusting and
weird.
Like
say for example, if you kissed your dad, he would still be your dad. Like that would be gross.
Yeah, but if you did it in Mortal Kombat world and kissed let's
say if Goro was my dad and I kissed him, it would be fine.
And he'd be a brother?
I'd be like, we're together right now. Okay. We're going steady. And then sometimes if he would like go to another state, we would Zoom call each other and like, you know, maybe cyber. Can you imagine cybering with Goro?
Or cybering with Cyrax? He just opens
that thing is it just chest? Part of him? Is the laptop just part of him?
Well, no, he opens up his midsection to show you his his crotch roll area.
So in his chest, there's a guy's crotch?
That's where his
like a
crotch is.
dick just dangling, like where
Well,
a heart
that's
should
where
be.
his privates are. They're in his chest area, in that little compartment that opens that drops
Oh,
bombs.
isn't that his fatality? His
Yeah,
fatality
probably.
is his nudality.
Okay, it could be. I don't know. All I
Like
know
a
is you
small,
wanted
like
to.
he opens the hole and like they have
Yep.
to zoom in to see like the small because it's cold outside in Mortal Kombat world. Anyway, 10 out of 10 for the fight.
Yeah.
His dad was the best part of that story. So you want to talk about the last fight?
What was the last one? Was
It was
that?
Shang Tsung.
Oh, I hate this fight. This is the worst fight. This
I
should have been the
agree
first one.
because even with Goro and his brother was just a different color of him, so it was fine. This
Sure.
it's just Shang Tsung versus a guy.
Yeah, some guy, and you're like, I wonder who's gonna win. And it's like the guy is a learned, ancient warrior or something, and they just give him a title. And they're like, but Shang Tsung can read his heart and his mind and knows all his moves beforehand, and he's moving extra slow.
It's
What?
like the Goro thing where he's an engine of destruction and he's going super slow.
Yeah. Well, the thing that got me there is like after he's losing, it says the ancient warrior realized what was happening and he cleared his mind. And I'm like, oh, okay. Is this like a turning point? No, he still just
No,
loses and gets
it
his
was
ass
literally he died quicker because he cleared his mind.
Yeah. And then
This guy is the ugliest guy I've ever seen. He's just a putty face.
He's not finished. It's like an unfinished product.
That's a very good point. I didn't
So
even
just
think
they
about that. He
started a
wasn't
guy
finished.
And we're like, yeah.
And they were like,
They
listen,
were
the
like-
movie comes out next month. We got to hurry up with this.
Yeah, I honestly, that's what it's like. So I don't
That's
know.
really funny. I didn't even think about that because everyone else has like crazy faces. Even like the whitewashed Kung Lao at least has a face.
Yeah. Even crazier is, do you know there was a guy, he worked on the ice effects for the stupid ice ball we were just talking about for Sub-Zero?
Yeah, yeah.
Dale Maeda. Anyway.
How did you find the credits for any of this?
I can't get into it. I know a guy, and I do a little bit of thing called research for this
Are
show.
you the one cybering with Goro?
Maybe I'm the one who Cyrax.
So, okay.
So, but he's come a long way. His literal next movie was Steel, terrible movie. The next movie, Mr. Magoo, and then his career took off, dude. He did Bolt, Chicken Little, Frozen. He did the ice in Frozen. He got so good at ice that he made Frozen.
You're literally telling me the guy that created the bad ice ball that Sub-Zero makes in this obscure 2-minute segment in this obscure VHS tape in 1995 went on to create the realistic, I guess, Oscar-winning Snow in Frozen.
It doesn't say if it was Snow, but he does the effects supervisor for all the effects in Frozen. And then he did Frozen 2. He did Raya and the Last Dragon. Now he's doing Encanto. So if anyone wanted to blackmail him or remind him about his past, you can just
bring up, be like, hey, I know what you did.
I know what you did.
I know what you did the summer of 95.
I know about Mortal Kombat. And he'll be like, oh, the movie? Not that one.
Nah, you know what I'm fucking talking about.
You know what I'm talking about.
I guess another favorite part of mine is when Shang Tsung defeats this guy because clearly this guy is stupid as shit. He takes his soul and then the soul goes in his hand and he's about to eat it, like he's successful and his mouth is open, his eyes are green. But because of the bad CGI, his arm is like going through his chest, like by accident because it's bad. And it's just a really funny, like he's holding it all distorted and then he just puts the soul in his mouth.
I don't recall the very, very end. I probably stopped watching.
And no, it was probably like that part was probably
stopped.
literally like the last 3 seconds. He just eats it.
No, that happens, dude.
So yeah, I think it's weird because on my notes, I rated that fight an 11 out of 10. Not sure why. Not sure why that got a better rating than the other ones.
Maybe because you hated the guy?
Yeah, I was really disappointed in the guy. I thought maybe it would be like Shang Tsung and Johnny Cage or Liu Kang.
I don't know. There was a stunt coordinator for that movie. Okay. Someone had to do those stunts.
Well, you said there's mocap guys.
Mocap. There you go. Mocap.
First mocap. Ready? First mocap.
Mocap.
First Mortal Kombat fight. First time Shang Tsung sucked someone off their soul. Sucked their soul.
Yeah.
First time I cybered with Goro. First time I cybered with Cyrax.
Yeah.
First time Nick saw Cyrax's crotch.
Yeah,
like there was a lot
tiny.
of first in 1995. Like we don't really want to get into it. Like culturally, it was probably the biggest year.
You were almost 21 at the time.
I was of legal age to go to
legally 21, not age wise 21, just legally 21.
I was of age to go to NetherRealm and visit because I won a contest, and they were like, "You have to be 21 to go to this contest." And I was like, "Oh my god, I'm so excited for them."
What was your nickname in high school?
My nickname in high school was Contest.
No, Nether Realm.
Yeah, so I went on set, and it
Okay.
was just the guy, the animatronic from the Mortal Kombat movie,
Okay.
and they said you got to do stuff to him.
Is that what
And then
do
I saw
stuff to them?
there were cameras there too, and I don't know if so. If you go back to the '95 movie, and it's
Mhm.
the part where Kano's talking to Goro, like at
Yeah.
the dinner table, I'm in the background of that.
Are you kidding me?
I'm under the table crying.
You're something of a king back home, and he's you
Oh,
say how
something.
lucky for
How lucky for
them
them.
back
So
home.
yeah, this is our
And
fifth
knocks
Mortal
over a
Kombat episode.
chalice.
We made an episode dedicated to that scene specifically.
I think we did. I actually forgot it was
And I
about
don't even.
that specific scene.
Another episode was we did commentary for the Mortal Kombat movie,
Oh yeah, for the
and I feel like we
anniversary,
did one after
20th,
that,
30th.
but 30th, 25th. I don't even. Honestly,
I don't know.
we're past 100 episodes now, so I really don't give a fuck.
Wow, that's not how I feel because I'm ready to go, dude. I'm doing all my research. I want to know who Sonya Blade is, and I guess it's the animated version.
Yeah, is that from The Journey Begins? So anyway, if you could look it up, The
Yeah.
Journey Begins, this animated thing with the CGI segments, is on YouTube. But also, I think if you own the new Mortal Kombat movie, it's a bonus feature on that.
Hold on,
We got one more thing before we go. What do you got?
Sonya Blade from that cartoon,
Yeah,
Commander Shepard.
the Commander Shepard from Mass Effect.
Yeah,
Wow, this might have been her first role.
that's crazy. The female
There's
Commander
only one
Shepard.
Sonya Blade.
No. Commander Shepard. Oh, she's also a female mysterious figure, and she's also female Shepard 6 or whatever.
There you
That's
go.
crazy.
We
So
should
she's
get
in all
we should
three
get
Mass
Sonya. We
Effect
should get her on
games.
the podcast.
We should get her. I mean, we literally discovered her. We said, great job as Sonya Blade in this 1995 Super Smash hit, not called Mortal Kombat, but called Mortal Kombat.
The Journey Begins,
The
even
Journey
though the
Begins.
journey
I always
already
forget.
began.
It begins again.
It begins again.
The same year when the movie came out.
So yes, go check this out. You could easily find it. A lot of people that listen to this might not know about it. A lot of people might, but guess what?
You're gonna check it out.
Finish him is what I say.
Yeah, like finish sucking them all.
Goro to Cyrax. Can you? Oh my God, Goro dating Cyrax. Like imagine them. All right. So that's it for our mini episode. I don't even know what else I have to say about that. All these fights are 10s out of 10s to me.
Yeah, you should watch them all. They're only like 2 minutes each. So
they really are. All right. So catch you later, folks. Thanks for tuning in to another short mini. Just like Goro's mini.